audiolingual method uses Dash as the main language of teaching and learning? Good thinking. No is the right answer. What is the primary focus of the study phase in the ESA teaching method? Excellent. Reinforcing grammar rules is a brilliant choice. Which of the following methods uses relaxation to enable better learning? Bravo! Suggestion is the answer. Flipped classroom can be categorized as what category of teaching method? On track. High-tech teacher-centered is the correct answer. What is the role of the teacher in the flipped classroom teaching method? Exactly. Facilitator and guide makes sense, and it is right choice. Which teaching style does not emphasize having students work in groups? Excellent choice. Cognitive code learning theory is the right answer. Which of the following is not true for advanced instructional methods? Strong choice. Use of technology only is the right answer. The popularity of teaching methods between Dash and Dash was compared. 1999 and 2009 is true. What does John Fanselo suggest to break the chain of student boredom? Solid response. Violating teacher behavior patterns is a valid choice. In which country was the popularity of teaching methods investigated? Correct. United States of America is the right answer. What is one way in which technology is transforming teaching methods? Nice work. You chose online learning platforms and virtual classrooms, and it is correct. Which of the following is a good blended learning teaching strategy? Nicely done. Pre-teach and model use of tech tools programs is a solid answer. Students learn the new language by imitating and repeating dialogue. Well reasoned. Audiolingual method is the correct choice. What is the primary goal of the flipped classroom teaching approach? Great thinking. Shifting traditional in-class instruction to homework is the right choice. What category of teaching method does inquiry-based learning belong? You're right. High-tech learner-centered is the correct answer. 1. The direct approach of language teaching implies emphasis on Dash. Correct response. Speaking and listening is the most accurate answer. Which teaching method is most suitable for advanced level students? Or perfect. Communicative language teaching is the correct choice. What is the correct progress of the audiolingual methods theory? Smart move. Stimulus response reinforcement is an accurate answer. What is the main focus of the flipped classroom teaching method? Clear logic. Your choice individual learning at home is sound and 100% true. In Dash, students learn how to use language in appropriate context. You chose communicative language teaching, and it is correct. Oral situation, audiolingual, grammar translation are examples of. Smart pick. Methods is the correct choice. What is one of the principles of cooperative teaching methodology? Right choice. Positive interdependence among students is the best answer. What is one of the innovative teaching techniques used in the OK? Right again. problem-based learning is a valid answer. Which method listed do students retain the most information from? Sharp thinking. Teaching others is the right choice. Communicative language teaching sets as its goal the teaching of. Well picked. Communicative competence is the correct answer. The rules of presenting. The contents to make them easy are called. You got it. Your choice maxims of teaching is right. What is one way technology is integrated into teaching in the Oki? Good job. Your answer, interactive screens and state-of-the-art labs, works well here. Widdowson Littlewood is the promoter of this teaching method. Dash. Nice selection. Communicative language teaching is the correct and valid answer. In the context of teaching, what does differentiation refer to? Well done. Adapting instruction to meet individual needs is the right choice. What are some innovative teaching tools used in higher education? Great job. Virtual reality simulations, online collaboration platforms, and interactive whiteboards is the accurate answer. The teacher is a facilitator, an advisor, and a co-communicator. Good thinking. Communicative language teaching is the right answer. John Grinder and Richard Bandler developed this teaching method. You're right. Neuro-linguistic programming is the correct answer. Which of the following methods will encourage indirect learning? You chose collaborative projects, and it is correct. A brief outline of the main points of a text or course of study. Strong choice. Syllabus is the right answer. It's the way how people learn and how they approach information. Well done. Learning style is the right choice. Which teaching method requires the use of realia or objects? Nice selection. DM is the correct and valid answer. Which is incorrect regarding the grammar translation method? Perfect. Teachers must be native speakers only is the correct choice. What is the fourth science related to teaching methodology? You got it. Your choice, physiology, is right. Students learn by translating from one language to another. Great thinking. Grammar translation method is the right choice. What is one way technology improves efficiency in teaching? Right again. By providing instant results and feedback is a valid answer. What is one benefit of using virtual reality in education? Great job. Improved learning process appeal is the accurate answer. Task-based language teaching was developed in the year dash. Correct response. 1996 is the most accurate answer. How can teachers keep students engaged during a lecture? No. Exactly. Conducting online seminars and webinars makes sense, and it is right choice. Advanced instructional methods enable learning in dash. Nicely done. All the above is a solid answer. Which is incorrect regarding the direct teaching method? Excellent choice. Emphasis on teaching grammar principles is the right answer. It's designed to support internal process of learning. On track. Teaching is the correct answer. Which methods fit within the comprehension approach? Correct. All answers are correct is the right answer. Which teaching method is mostly based on drilling? Nice work. You chose audiolingual method, and it is correct. Situational language teaching was developed by Dash. Well picked. British applied linguists is the correct answer. Which is not a benefit of organizing workstations? Valid point. To reduce the teaching burden of teachers is true. How many teacher-centered methods of instruction? Smart move. 3 is an accurate answer. In language acquisition, what does TET refer to? Excellent. Teacher talking time is a brilliant choice. It's a way of looking at teaching and learning. Bravo! Approach is the answer. What is one advantage of personalized learning? Sharp thinking. Individualized instruction and tailored learning experiences is the right choice.
Teaching productive skills means teaching Dash.
Smart pick. Writing and speaking is the correct choice. What does ESA stand for in language teaching? Right choice. Engage, study, activate is the best answer. The direct teaching method was established in. Good job. Your answer Germany and France 1900 works well here. What is a disadvantage of the direct method? Well reasoned. Lack of attention to communication is the correct choice. Which teaching method given by this person? Solid response. Answer method is a valid choice. What are some traditional teaching methods? Clear logic. Your choice lecture-based instruction, textbooks, worksheets, teacher-led discussions is sound and 100% true. Which of the following is a teaching aid? You chose all the above, and it is correct. What makes the teachers in the UK unique? Valid point. Their industry experiences is true. Drama or role play is useful for teaching. Nicely done. History is a solid answer. What is one benefit of online education? Excellent choice. Improved inclusion and personalization is the right answer. Which is not a student-centered approach. Nice selection. Grammar translation is the correct and valid answer. Remedial teaching can be done by using. Smart move. Tutorial method is an accurate answer. Kinds of passive teaching method dash. Sharp thinking. All true is the right choice. The quality of teaching is reflected. Right choice. By the quality of questions asked by students is the best answer. Types of active teaching method dash. Correct response. Group discussion and practice by doing is the most accurate answer. The name of this teaching method, GTM. Smart pick. Grammar translation method is the correct choice. What does methodology consist of? Exactly. The aims, the contents, the methods make sense, and it is right choice. In permissive style of teaching. Great thinking. Both A and B is the right choice.
The main aim of teaching is
Well picked. Both and is the correct answer. Table of content no 3 is? You're right. Teaching theories is the correct answer. Teachers should use dash. Well done. Different teaching techniques is the right choice. The goal of teaching is correct. Desirable change in behavior is the right answer, which is vast in scope. Excellent. Teaching strategy is a brilliant choice. Friends teach friends. Great job. All are correct is the accurate answer. What is theory? Good job. Your answer theory is ideas about teaching works well here. Plet is dash. Good thinking. Communicative language teaching is the right answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. On track. Contact Narayan Changda is the correct answer.